Be part of our brand. Leadership for God and country.
Orbit. My name is Afa Cho. Salifu Usman is also in the studio with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Alpha.
All right, on today's Sports Orbit, we begin straight from the ahead of the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote D'Ivoire. The Confederation of African Football unveiled a list of 85 referees comprising center referees, assistant referees, video assistant referees, technical instructors, physical trainers, VAR technicians, and IT support for a preparation course, according to a document titled List of Selected Referees from about 25 countries were listed to take part in the course that will serve as a refresher for AFCON 2023 officials. Leadership, however, observed that no Nigerian referee was included on the list. Two North African countries, Egypt and Algeria, have the highest number of names penned down in the center referees list, while the likes of Mauritania and Mauritius have two each. Other countries featured on the list are Gabon, Ghana, Benin Republic, Congo, Somalia, and a host of others. Of course, 4 VAR referees are also selected from Mauritius, South Africa, Morocco, and Egypt, while 7 technical instructors and physical trainers from Zimbabwe, Burundi, Cote d'Ivoire, and Senegal. Of course, when the list came out, generated quite, shall I say, controversies. Some sports journalists had also, given their opinion on what they feel of it, but clearly, for some of us, it wasn't a surprise really, because when you look at quality of officiating, when it comes to even our MPFL. And the good thing is CAF is not like, does not operate based on quota system. You have to perform in order to be included. You can see the likes of some North African countries having multiple referees. Meanwhile, not even a Nigerian referee is being listed even to be a linesman in this whole list.
Even the court officials, at least,
exactly. Not even a court official.
At least to raise the bar so that they want
exactly.
to change
Yes.
player. Well, Alpha, when you say we are not surprised based on who we are and based on the way our referee are also performing, I want to a bit disagree in the sense that yes, this is not, to me, this is not a new news. It has been a recurring that something that has happened for years. Since AFCON have been playing, it has always been exclusion of Nigerian referee. The highest, if at any opportunity in Nigeria, highest you see 1 or 2, like the last African Cup of Nations, only 1 referee was selected to officiate that, not even to officiate as a second referee, but as just an assistant referee. But this one is a complete blackout. Why I say I would a bit disagree that yes, in as much I'm not trying to defend the Nigerian referee, that we are not doing well what we feel supposed to. It is not only in Nigeria that we are having bad officiating. Most of African countries are also very bad in officiating. If you recall the last Africa Cup, the Zambian referee that even cut off a match before the final time. Can anything be worse than that? A referee that clearly violated his own rule, that you don't even know when it is time to call off the match. At least that is just a good example. Just one example for Zambian referee. But that's the same Zambian still have referee. Okay, when you are talking of when you'll be surprised when you are having a country like Benin Republic, which I don't even know the start of their league, when you are having a Somalia, a 1 June, whether they are playing football. A country like Somalia, yes, Zimbabwe to some extent, yes, they may not have the best league, but Zimbabwe to some extent, I've seen several fantastic Zimbabwe referees. For video, some of them are even top rank in the FIFA level because of being in sort of in FIFA organizing level. But when you have a country like Zimbabwe, Somalia, Benin Republic, and so name them, Sudan and this, having the referee represented, but Nigeria is self-acclaimed the giant of Africa. One of the best football nations in Africa. We don't have a single level, just like saying, just not a fourth official as a member of the official, as a member of the officials, or 15 officials for the AFCON 2022. We are not talking of FIFA World Cup. We are talking of a ball played within Africa. The other day we argue here that if we are to talk of football in Africa, if Nigeria is not to be ranked first, we should be among the top 3. But unfortunately, that means, and every year, you keep on having this NFL president come, go, they keep on seeing this, they keep on promising we are going to do something better. We have before we were lamenting because we didn't have a representative in CAF. After the exit of Amos Adamu, people were saying, okay, because we didn't have a member in CAF, that is why CAF is playing policy. We are being sidelined. We have a man opinion in the CAF for the past as a CAF executive committee for the past 5 years. But what do we get? Yes, I agree that we have left may not be the best, but we are not the worst. We are not the worst.
I agree. I think for me, I feel, well, CAF has not told us the criteria they use, because if you remember even the case of England, which is a football powerhouse, in the last World Cup, there was no single English referee. Same for Russia. So we might not know what criteria either FIFA or CAF uses in selecting referees. So I really don't think it's the standard of your league. I really don't know, because they haven't come out to tell us that, okay, these are what we look out for in selecting referees.
Yeah, I agree with you. And at the same time, maybe just like you say, if England that have one of the best leagues in the world should be excluded, we will have a single referee official in the FIFA World Cup. Well, but at the same time, but why we are worried in our own case, it has been a recurring issue. It has been happening year in, year out, every AFCON tournament. We hardly have Nigerian referee, both men and women, representing Africa. The last one in Togo, in Cameroon, only one referee, just assistant official. And at the last World Cup, they will have don't even go there. The only one half of shooting was one female referee was named as one of the assistant referee at the Tokyo Olympic football match. But it has been issue. But my worry is that every year we have FIFA African referee, Nigerian referee organize seminar here, seminar here, seminar there, seminar here by Nigerian football. But the leadership of Nigerian football have not been doing much. Like yesterday when I tried to speak to the president of the Nigerian Referee Association, president of Nigerian Referee Association, in the person of Dubai Musani, he said, well, we are not happy about this issue. That he in particular as a person is not happy about this. But there's something that that it's not the problem of NRA, that he is about the federation. But he told me that confidently that however the current board of NFM led by Ibrahim Bousso are working hard to solve this problem. That he has always seen Nigeria being blackout from the officiating in the African Cup. But not the African Football League, even in the CAF Champions League, even in the CAF Confederation Cup, all African organized committee, we hardly see Nigeria officiating. The only way you can even see them here and maybe qualifier. It's only qualifier. We only see them sometimes. They send them to go and assistant referee for a qualifier match. But for a major tournament, we hardly see Nigeria football. And the Ibrahim Bousso led the Nigeria Football Federation needs to do more. We should need to do more to know why Nigeria. We are talking just like you are. Nigeria at least in the list of 85 referees. At least Nigeria should have at least not less than 5 members on that list. If you are to select best 85 from Africa, Nigeria should at least have 5. But here we don't even have single one. It's really annoying.
Well, we hope the current NFF board, just like the president of the Referees Association says, they are looking into it. We hope that they actually look into it. Now, moving on, Super Falcons forward Desire Okwara-Nozie has announced her retirement from football for both country and club at the age of 29. Okwara-Nozie was included in the squad that represented Nigeria at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, which ended in August in Australia and New Zealand. In a post on Wednesday on her X account, formerly Twitter, she wrote, "To my fans, family, and friends, thank you for the show of love and support over the years. It's time to take a bow, as I believe there's no better time than now. I'm officially announcing my retirement from professional football for both club and country." Well, quite a sad one, at 29, like, she didn't clearly give a or a definite reason. This is why I'm leaving, but one does not know. But I mean, I can say a sad loss to the Super Falcons. If you ask me, she's just 29. If you consider the ages of some Super Falcons players, you can see of footballers generally, 29 is a very young age to retire from the game.
Yeah, Onome is 34.
Yeah.
I still play at the last World Cup. Why I'm not going to fault her decision, well, it's her personal decision he has taken.
Sure.
He has a right. When to call it quick, and it's her personal decision he has taken. So we can only commend her for what he has done for Nigeria. When the history of women football, Super Falcon Britain, definitely Okpara will deserve his space. He has done well for women team, achieved a lot, captain the team to the last Cameroon 2019 championship, and then fantastically in some event being a top scorer in winning the AFCON Golden Boot severally. So AFCON Women's Champion Golden Boot, so two different occasions. So congratulations to her. And when a woman take a decision, she's lady, maybe she want to settle down for.
Possible, who knows?
Maybe look at where it's not time for me to settle down and start raising my family. That's the way I see it. Not in terms of football, in as much as after the 2019 World Cup in France, when he led the team, and what transpired after then for the protest against the Federation, not willing to come out of the hotel, protest for the payment of their right, and since then he has not been a good book with the Nigerian Football Federations. A lot of people at the NFL feel that he superheaded that protest against them, and he was stripped of the captainship of the Super Cup. But the current coach, after some time, the blacker out completely from the team, not inviting her. But something happened, and then the new coach now decided to call her back to the team again, even though he didn't play a prominent role at the last World Cup. But she was she's part of the team, and he came on two different occasions to make. But she has still decided to call it. We can't question it why he decided to take that shot. And like she's a lady. Maybe she have decided when it is time to settle down and start raising the family. So we shall trust whatever he feel to be her future endeavor, and whatever decision he take, we shall well the future endeavor. So congratulations, and we commend her for her effort.
Exactly. All right. To some transfer news now. Super Falcons defender Ashley Plumter has joined Saudi Arabia Women's Premier League club Al Ittihad Ladies. The club unveiled Plumter signing with a video interview published on their X handle, including a statement that read, "Welcome to Al Ittihad, Ashley Plumter." She joined Al Ittihad after spending 3 years at Leicester City Ladies, where she made 62 appearances. The 25-year-old left the English club after the expiration of her contract. Yeah, congratulations to her. I think even for the women, on the women's side of things now, Saudi are beginning to do like the other teams are doing, beginning to attract top talent of women footballers.
Saudi is all inclusive now. They are doing all game. Even in golf they are also there. So congratulations, Plumter decided to quit to leave English football for an oil money. So that was it, either for money or for whatever. So congratulations, you look at the expansion of our contract. But me, honestly, I don't feel hide it. I would have still want her to play.
Exactly.
To be in the way football is actually playing. I'm not disrespecting the Saudi league, but particularly female football in the Saudi league is not yet. It's just for the first time I'm even hearing that the Saudi club.
I was surprised.
Saudi club are also having the female team. This is the first time I'm hearing that. I'm not surprised. I can't pretend that from that. It's the first time I'm hearing that the Saudi league clubs that they had that the main team is being managed by Steve Gerrard also have a female team. I don't know that they are also beginning to run the way is obtainable in the Europe. But Plumter would have prepared that if Plumter after expiration of our contract, still sign another contract with another English team, or probably move to Spain or move to Spain or France. But for her to decide to go to the Saudi League, well, we wish her well.
Yeah, we do. Anyway, we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
Leadership TV for God and country.
Be part of our brand. Leadership for God and country.
Down for the Super Eagles, they are set for an international friendly against Saudi Arabia next month in Portugal. The clash comes barely a month before the three-time African champions will begin their race for the 2026 FIFA World Cup finals with a home game against the Crocodiles of Lesotho. So basically, this match is more of, should I say, a warm-up match or whatever it is for a friendly of. But I'm surprised it's not either going to be played in Nigeria or Saudi Arabia, but in Portugal. Or could this be a Pesero arrangement?
Well, I'm gonna prepare the match. Let the match be they take it on a neutral ground. So that means obviously there's no return leg.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good one. Commend the Nigeria Football Federation for put on this match. It is good that every available FIFA window we try to make use of it.
Yeah.
And it's another opportunity also for us to also test the tactical prowess of Pesero. Some of us, a lot of our aspiration his technical ability, notwithstanding that he has been able to meet the target set for him so far, but the style of player of his team has not been quite impressive whenever he's seen on the bench. But and often he has come against the bigger team, he has only fell short of an expectation. In as much as Saudi Arabia cannot be considered as one of the biggest teams, but to some extent, it will provide a good test for the Super Eagles. And if you're already the Saudi team now, you will be doing so at your own peril.
Exactly.
This is a particular team that beat the world champion. And they just add the last World Cup at the last one in Qatar. Shock against all shock Lionel Messi led Argentina. So if such a team should be played.
Qualifiers where 6 Nigerian boxers are qualified for the semi-final of the competition out of 9 boxers who 8 out of 9 boxers reached the quarterfinal, but only 6 of them were able to make it to the semi-final. In the women's category, the likes of Cynthia Ogun, Semilore Temitope beat Kenya Mwangi Teresa in round 1 of the quarterfinal stage of women's 60 kg, and so they are already now in the semi-final. And well, I'm sure out of the 6 of them, maybe 2 or 3 should be able to make it to the final.
Yeah, congratulations. It's a good feat. It's just a step away from to the final.
Yeah.
And if they get to the final, and we pray that they ultimately get the ticket and also win. So congratulations. It's good that we are beginning to move forward in terms of in terms of boxing. We used to have one of the first to reckon when they boxing, but unfortunately we lost it out. And it appears that the new Federation of the Boss are beginning to do something differently. We're having out of the 16, we're having out of 11 and half 6 in the semi-final. Me, it's a good fit.
It's a good fit indeed.
Pray that those 6, even though 6 of them don't make the final, just like say, even at 3 make to the final, it's also a good combination. Probably, definitely, I believe that we'll definitely have 1 or 2 person winning at the end of the big Olympic ticket.
All right, to some basketball now, female basketball. That is Nigeria's the Tigers took 7 spots to jump up to 11th place in the latest FIBA World Ranking for women, making the first by any African position to reach that position. According to the latest ranking presented by Nike, this impressive climb comes off the back of Nigeria's dominance at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2023, where they won the silverware for the 4th time in a row. The AfroBasket Women's champions, arch-rival Mali, had to settle for 3rd in the tournament, and their continued consistency has seen them move upwards again. They have been rewarded with a huge leap of 13 places to 16th, while silver medalist Senegal enjoy an increase of 11 places to occupy the last team occupying the top 20. Well, but for Team Nigeria, still number 1 in Africa as it stands. Congratulations to them to be 11th in the world. I mean, not like clearly stated, first time an African team will achieve such a feat.
Yeah, congratulations to the Tigers. Not surprising. If you're looking at a team that has dominated African back to back for the last 4 years, and every other team that try to raise up their hand, the Tigers will be able to tell that hey, shut down, drop down your hand, and no anybody will be able to challenge them for the last 4 years. Despite our inadequacies and that's why our in-house program here, the Tigers still go to Rwanda against all and conquer Africa once again. So they obviously deserve to be one of the top 10 in the world. But if they are not able to make the top 10 to be in the number 11 position, it's a good fit. And pray that the team will be able to pick Olympic qualifier. And just like they did at the last Tokyo Olympic, although they went to Tokyo without winning a single match, I hope this time around the team will be able to make an impressive part if they virtually pick Olympic ticket at the Paris year. That is our expectation and that is our prayer.
All right. Before we leave, of course, Harry Maguire's mother, the England defender, has blasted the defender's critics for the abuse and criticism he's received in recent time. Maguire came off the bench at halftime as England won 3-1 against Scotland on Tuesday, but came under fire once again after scoring an unfortunate own goal. And the mom, taking to her Instagram, said, as a mom, seeing the level of negative and abusive comments in which my son is receiving from fans, pundits, and the media is disgraceful and totally unacceptable. Said, I was there in the stand as usual. It's not acceptable what's been created over nothing. I understand that in football world, there are ups and downs, positives and negatives, but what Harry receives has gone far beyond football. For me, seeing him go through what he's going through is completely not okay. Recall that even his manager Gareth Southgate, during the week, came to his defense and said, "Look, Maguire has received so much hate and criticism in the last couple of years that it's not even considering how much performances he's put up for England and even for United, even right from when he was at Leicester. But like say, I mean, most times he's always made the scapegoat whenever something goes wrong."
Yeah, I'm not in support of any fans who are trying to crucify the player or any other teams, particularly a national team. It is not easy for someone to stand out there and represent all the whole of you. And for somebody who be able to go to that level, at least I don't know the actual population numbers. And it's not the bad. It's not really the bad player English has happened bad year, but for effort to stand out there on behalf of you, receiving all the time. If he break the leg, he break the leg. If he the pain alone, so he's there sacrificing herself for the country. So the country needs the country and the citizens of the country need to also give her some level of support. Either if you really do well, but instead of crucify her or call her all sorts of names or unpredictable names, is a whole lot of things that honestly I totally agree with the mother and agree with the South who has also stand with the player, and that's the way to go. It's like Maguire enjoy the support of the South, even though when Saudi is divided, including her on the list, a lot of us were even surprised how he still made the squad. But the fact he has spirit, sometimes we are not a coach. There's something the coach sees that you cannot see. But for the coach, English is not lacking of a player. There are many people player. But for the Saudi to still believing in calling her to the team, know that he's bringing some impact and should bring some level of contribution to the team. So though you who are just out there shouting and you cannot even get to the level the player has been, you are just doing yourself. You are just doing yourself, not doing him. Rather, in the face of criticizing, you better support him and urge him to go. Like the own goal is called. I'm not criticizing for the own goal. It may be because of the pressure.
Of course,
because
when some of the best players have scored own goals. Before.
And at the same time, when your player is playing, instead of you to praising her, you are shouting her. That pressure can lead her to commit a blunder. So I agree with the mother totally, and she didn't deserve all this abuse. Honestly, she didn't deserve it.
Completely, I agree. I mean, in recent times, anytime, even at United, whenever United loses a match, as long as it's on the pitch, everybody says it's his fault. If he's playing for England, anything goes wrong, he points out. So, this kind of things can affect a player mentally and that's why make him to lack confidence.
It's already clear. It's already showing him.
Because when you get on the pitch and people are booing
you, for a player that has rise to the level to even wear the armbands of Manchester United, clearly show that he's not a small person.
At all, it's not what you.
For you to wear the armbands of Manchester United,
it's not what you pick up.
I'm not talking of. We're not talking of Wolves, or we're not talking of just Burnley or any other team in the Premier League. We're talking of Manchester United. For a player that wear the armbands of Manchester United, shows a player is not a small. It's not a small player. So any other fan who are not standing out there shouting on the player should look at themselves in the mirror and call themselves the same name. If really they were able to watch what the player has to say.
Exactly. All right, so that's
but before you go, sorry, just try to escape me. Before you come into the studio, there's the release of just like the Ballon d'Or has done. FIFA has also released the short list for the award for the FIFA World Player of the Year, World Best Player of the Year for women and men, and for best coach, for best goal, best goalkeeper. I've also listed the world, and as usual, most of the lists that you see in the men food are almost the same the men we see for the Ballon d'Or. Our own Victor Osimhen again is on the list. It's the only Africa on the list for the FIFA Ballon d'Or, for the FIFA World Player of the Year. That is but in the women version, unlike in the Ballon d'Or, Ajija Swala is not listed for this time around. Only see the lack of Gil and all the Spanish winning squad. 4 players of the Spanish winning squad are all on the list. In the men food, we have as you have Messi, Haaland, Mbappe, and Manchester United. The list is dominated by Manchester United. Manchester United alone have 5 players, although Godigan has left to Barcelona, but he was there on that list because of what he achieved with the Manchester United. 5 players from Manchester. I mean, Manchester have 5 players on the list, and the new Arsenal man, the Rice is also is surprising also on the list. Courtesy of Bossy, he was part of the West Ham winning squad that win the conference league. So these are the lists. So the beauty of that, I'm excited that Osimhen again make the list. He clearly is the only African on that list. So we'll be surprised if Osimhen did not win Africa Player of the Year this season. Because for the Ballon d'Or, there are two Africans on that list. But for this FIFA World Cup, he's the only Africa on that list. Among the 13 players considered by FIFA, is the only Osimhen. So Osimhen is actually deserving to be the African best player for this season.
Definitely. All right, that's our package for today. Hopefully, we'll come again and give you another interesting edition of the program. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio once again.
Thank you.
Until we come your way again, do have a wonderful time out there. My name is Afa Cho, and it's bye for now. Yeah, I'm not saying story, but you said
Thank you for watching. For